So once again, good morning to all. So the lesson will continue. The enemy. Before we proceed further, let me ask you some questions. Please answer me. Where was Sado sent for his higher education?
America.
America. To study what? To study what? He had been there to study
Surgery and medicine.
surgery and medicine. Very good. In whose house was he staying? Can you name the professor?
Professor Harley.
Professor Harley.
Harvey.
Where did Sado meet Hana for the first time?
In Professor House.
In professor's house. It was what time? Why he had been there?
Dinner time at night.
It was dinner time, yes. And there he had met Hana. But that day he had not planned to go there. He was he did not want to go there actually. What were the reasons why he did not want to go there?
Room were so small and the
Small
food so
and
bad.
Mm-hmm.
And Professor's
Professor
wife
wife was
over
so
you.
good.
The professor's wife was so voluble. So these were the reasons that he tried to avoid. Sado tried to avoid going for the dinner, but still he went there, controlling all over all these things. And then that day during dinner time, he had met Hana. Okay, so now the scene is that it was night time, and after dinner, Sado was standing outside his house. Hana comes there, okay, and she had come there to call him inside because it was the time to take rest. It was the time to sleep. Now he felt her hand on his arm. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There's a power cut, so I got disconnected. Yes. Now he felt her hand on his arm and was aware of the pleasure it gave him. Even though they had been married years enough to have two children, for they had not married heedlessly in America. They had finished their work at school and had come home to Japan. You know, they were there, they had developed a friendship, but they did not marry over there. They waited for their studies to be over, and after they finished their studies, after they finished their work, it was there to be in America, and they came back home to Japan. And when his father had seen her means who is her here? Who is her?
Hana. Hana.
Hana. The marriage had been arranged in the old Japanese way, yes. Although Sado and Hana had talked everything over beforehand. They had talked, they had decided to get married, but still they had been waiting for the blessings of their parents and the proper marriage ceremony to be done in Japan. And they were perfectly happy. She laid her cheek against his arm. Both were standing in a loving manner and happy with each other. It was at this moment that both of them saw something black come out of the mists. You know, it was mist. It was night time, and the atmosphere, the area nearby was surrounded, was covered with mist. Nothing was visible through the mist. It was like heavy fog. But they could see something black was coming out of it. Some shadow kind of a thing they saw through the mist, that there is someone, there is a person over there. It was a man. He was flung up out of the ocean. Flung. He actually was drowning in the ocean, and he jumped up. He jumped up out of the ocean, it seemed, to his feet by a breaker. He staggered a few steps, his body outlined against the mist. Then he came out and he staggered. He walked a little bit in a staggering manner. He was not able to walk in a proper manner, but he was falling and getting up and walking. His arms above his head. His arms above his head means like this. His hands were like this. Then the curled mists hid him again. Again, he was hid behind the mist. Sometimes he was visible, sometimes he was not visible. It was because of the density of the mist. Who is that? Hana cried. Now, Hana and Sado, both of them, was able to look at him. And Hana cried, "Who is that?" She dropped Sado's arm, and they both leaned over the railing of the veranda. Now they saw him again. The man was on his hands and knees crawling. He was on his hand and knees. He was not actually walking, he was on his knees now. And he was literally crawling as a small child crawls. Then they saw him fall on his face and lie there. And he fell down. He fell down and his face was towards the earth. A fisherman, perhaps. Her white sleeves flying. A mile or two away on either side there were fishing villages, but here was only the bare and lonely coast. Both of them, they ran towards a man. They wanted to see who is he, who has fallen over there. And they suspected that man to be a fisherman, because that was a place where fisherman or the fisherman's villages were close by. So the suspect was that man would be a fisherman. But here was only the bare and lonely coast, dangerous with rocks. This particular area where this man was coming out of the sea, it was full of dangerous rocks. It was surrounded by dangerous rocks. Dangerous rocks means they were all pointed rocks. Okay, it was very difficult to walk on them. They had some spikes like things, very pointed and thorny rocks. The surf beyond the beach was spiked with rocks. You know, spiked. What is spike? Will anyone tell me what is spike? What is spike? What is spike?
Covered with
thorn-like.
sharp points.
नुकीला कांटेदार जैसा होता है ना, पॉइंटेड. ओके, सच काइंड्स ऑफ रॉक्स वर देयर. रॉक्स बहुत थॉर्नी थे, स्पाइक्स थे उसके ऊपर. आप गिरेंगे तो आपको चोट लगेगी, चुभेगा. Somehow the man had managed to come through them. He must be badly torn, and they thought that because the man had fallen on the rocks, he fell on the rock, and then he must be badly torn. This is what they thought, because it was very dangerous to if anyone would fall on the rock, he or she would surely be hurt. They saw when they came toward him that indeed it was so. The sand on one side of him had already a stain of red soaking through. So he had already fallen on the sand by the sea beach, and the part of the body where he was bleeding, the sand had soaked in. Sand had soaked in through. stain of red soaking out, and the sand had become red also because of the blood that was coming out of his body. Is that clear? Is this part clear? Is this part clear to all? The sand had soaked the blood. The place where he was torn, we'll come to know that where he was torn. He is wounded, Sadok exclaimed. He made haste to the man. Haste means hurriedly he went to the man who lay motionless, his face in the sand, an old cap stuck to his head, soaked with sea water. And his an old cap, he was wearing the cap which was all wet with the sea water. He was in wet rags of garments. His clothes were also soaked with sea water. He was drenched. And Sado stopped, Hannah at his side, and turned the man's head. They saw the face. And the man had already was on the floor. He was on the sand and lying down. And both of them, when they saw the man, when they reached close to him, Sado turned the man's head, and when they saw the face, a white man, Hannah whispered. Hannah could, after looking at the man, she whispered, he's a white man. White man means, what do you mean by a white man? Anyone? What's the meaning of white man?
American.
American, very good. Here, white man means American, so he's an American. And he whispered, he talked in a very low voice. Yes, it was a white man. The wet cap fell away, and there was his wet yellow hair. You know, his cap he was wearing a cap also fell down, and under the cap, they could see the color of the hair. It was yellow hair, long, as though for many weeks it had not been cut. And upon his young and tortured face was a rough yellow beard. And his beard was also very rough and yellow colored. He was unconscious. He was not in his senses and knew nothing that they did for him. Whatever was happening to him, that when he fell down, he was unconscious. He did not know who is there around him. Okay, he was unaware of the surroundings now because he was unconscious. Now Sado remembered the wound. Now Sado thought that he is wounded actually because he could feel that red blood. And with his expert fingers, he began to search for it. With his hands, he searched, he moved his hand over his body where he could feel that where was he actually hurt, where is the wound. And blood flowed freshly at his touch. And when his fingers actually touched the part of the body which was hurt, all of a sudden what happened? Fresh blood came out. Fresh blood flowed from that part. On the right side of his lower back, Sado saw that a gun wound had been reopened. So there was a gun wound. He was shot by a gun. He was shot by a gun. Maybe when he was running, he was shot from the back. And that was actually bleeding. And with the touch by Sado, it reopened and fresh blood started coming out. The flesh was blackened with powder. The flesh over there, where he had the wound, where it was bleeding, the flesh had turned black because of the powder. What powder? Can you tell me?
Gunpowder.
Gunpowder. Yes, it had burned the area. Sometime, not many days ago, the man had been shot and had not been tended. The man was shot and was not looked after, was not treated for that. That was the reason, and it was bad chance that the rock had struck the wound. And particular area where he was shot, when he had fallen down on the rocks, he was wounded there. Again, he was hit over there by the rock. So it might have been very, very painful. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? Any doubt? Any doubt up till here? Any doubt to anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, how he is bleeding, Hannah whispered again in a solemn voice. Solemn means very sad. She was very sad to see the man bleeding. and she had never seen someone bleeding like this. The mists screened them now completely. Mists, that fog, had covered them. Screened them means it covered them totally. They were not visible by any other persons because they were in an area where they were all covered with the mist and nobody could see them. And at this time of the day, no one came by. That was quite late evening, or we can say the night time, and no one used to come over there during that time of the day. The fishermen had gone home, and even the chance beachcombers would have considered the day at an end. Chance beachcombers means the security people who used to, the guards, the sea guards, we can call them sea guards. They had also gone there, and at that time nobody used to be there. So no one was expected to come over there. What shall we do with this man? Sado muttered. Sado was actually asked, he muttered because Hana was there, and he asked Hana what we should do with this man. But his trained hands seemed of their own will to be doing what they could to stanch the fearful bleeding. His hands were trained hands. He was a doctor. His hands were trained. They knew what should be done with such kind of wound. Okay, and they had their own, willingness that they wanted to cure that man, or sorry, give the treatment to that man immediately. And they knew that what they could do to stanch the fearful bleeding. The bleeding was fearful, means it was a very heavy flow of blood, and they knew that how to stop the bleeding. His hands knew how to stop the bleeding, because if you want to save the life of man, then the bleeding should be stopped. And he knew the way that how it could be stopped. Now what he did, he packed. He did a packing kind of a thing. The wound with the sea moss. He took out some sea moss, the green colored grass that grows near the sea water, and he took it out, and then he covered it. He covered the wound with the sea moss that strewed the beach that was grown near the sea beach. Is that clear? What he did? What he did to stop the bleeding? What did Sado do to stop the bleeding? Yes? What did Sado
He
do to
packed
stop the
the
bleeding?
sea moss on the place of wound.
Yes, the wound where there was where the man was bleeding, he packed it. He did the packing with the sea moss. All of you remember, it was packed with the sea moss. Is that clear? That was grown by the beach, sea beach. The man moaned with pain. Moaning is a kind of sound made by the man. Moaning is a sound when someone makes sound out of pain. Okay, something like this. He was moaning with pain in his stupor. Stupor means in his unconscious state, but he did not awaken. He did not awaken. He did not got up. He did not get up. He was in the unconscious state only. But in that unconscious state also, he moaned with pain. It was so painful. He was feeling so much of pain that even in his unconscious state, he was moaning. Moaning is clear to you all? In Hindi we call it karahna, कराहते हैं जैसे दर्द की वजह से. The best thing that we could do would be to put him back in the sea, Sado said, answering himself. The best they could do was that he could be thrown back to the sea. Okay, that was the best thing they could do. Because why they wanted to throw him to the sea? Anyone? Why they decided to, or why they thought of throwing him back to the sea? Anyone?
Because he is the enemy.
Anyone? Because he is the enemy. Why was he the enemy? Why was he the enemy?
Because he is an American.
He was American.
American.
And so what? So what? He was American, so what? Why was he enemy being an American?
Being American soldier.
Being an American soldier, you'll have to say that he was enemy because Japan was at war with America, and all the American soldiers were their enemies. Okay. Okay? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Is that clear? Okay. Now, so they did not want to do anything with him. They just wanted to throw him back to the sea. Now that the bleeding was stopped for the moment, he stood up and dusted the sand from his hands. Now the doctor got up because the bleeding stopped. That what he had done, he had packed the wound with the grass, and so bleeding stopped. And he just got up, he stood up there, and he just uh, took out the sand and from his dusted the sand from his hands. Yes, undoubtedly that would be best, Hannah said steadily. And Hannah also replied that yes, that would be best. That would be best means it would be best if we throw the man back to the sea. She also agreed. But she continued to stare down at the motionless man. But then something was happening. She was again thinking about when she looked at the man. What she said was just said. It was not actually felt from inside. If we sheltered a white man in our house, we should be arrested. And if we turned him over as a prisoner, he would certainly die, Sado said. Now, there were two options. So two things came in the mind of Sado. Please pay attention, all of you. Be very careful here. If we sheltered a white man in our house, we should be arrested. If we give him shelter, because if we treat him, we'll have to take him to our house. We'll have to give him shelter and do his treatment. But in that case, we would be arrested. Why would they be arrested? Why would they be arrested? Who would be arrested and why? Who would be arrested?
So thou and Hannah, because he gave the shelter of for the enemy.
Yes, he would be giving shelter to the enemy, and anyone who gives shelter to the enemy are called as what? Can you give me a word? Can you give me a word? What are they called as? What are they called as?
In Hindi, Desdrohi.
In Hindi, Deshdrohi. What in English? They are called as traitors. They are called as traitors. Okay. So he would be arrested for that purpose. And if we turned him over as a prisoner, and he thought that if we just hand him over to the police, to the army, he would certainly die. He will die because nobody is going to take care of him there. They want to kill the enemies. They would kill him. So these are the two options. The kindest thing would be to put him back into the sea, Hannah said. And Hannah said, why to give him, take him to the house, or why to give him to the police? Let us throw him back to the sea. Let his fate be with him. Let his fate decide what should happen with him. But neither of them moved. Talking about this, nobody moved because they were supposed to pick him up and throw him in the water, but nobody moved. They were staring with a curious repulsion upon the inert figure. There was a curious kind of repulsive. The man was repulsive. It was full of hateful thing. They were not liking the man because he was American soldier. How would anyone like the enemy? But there was a kind of curiosity also with the repulsion. An inert figure, the person who was not moving, who was motionless. Inert means motionless. Is that clear? Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
What is he? Hannah whispered. What is he? There is something about him that looks American. Sado said. Sado said he's American, surely. And he took up the battered cap, the cap which he was wearing. He took up. Yes, there, almost gone, was a faint lettering. A sailor, he said, from an American warship. He spelled it out, U.S. Navy. The man was a sailor, a soldier from American warship, and he spelled it out. What was written on the cap? What was written on his cap was U.S.
US
Navy.
Navy.
Although the letter was very faint. It was faint lettering. Faint lettering means the letters written US Navy had become very light. It was faint. Okay, it had almost gone, but still they could read out, and that was the identity of the man, that he was an American soldier. He was a sailor. Okay, and the man was a prisoner of war. What was he? He was a prisoner of war. He was made a prisoner in the war. So such people are called as prisoner of war, and the short form is POW. All of you please remember it. We call them POW. So if in question comes POW, you should know that it means prisoner of war. He has escaped, Hannah cried softly, and that is why he is wounded. So maybe when he was he was imprisoned, he was captured by the Japanese soldiers, he was made the prisoner of war, and from there, from that cell, from that prison, he had escaped. He managed to escape, and that is why he is wounded. When maybe he was trying to run away from there, when he tried to escape from there, some Japanese soldier might have shot him at the back, and that is the reason why he is wounded. Is that clear? In the back, Sado agreed. And Sado agreed, yes. And that is why he is shot at the back, because he was running and from backside he was shot. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? Why was he shot at the back? He might be running and from the back he got the wound. He was shot by the bullet. They hesitated, looking at each other. Then Hannah said with resolution, "Come, are we able to put him back into the sea?" And then they were supposed to decide something, what to do with the man, whether to take him home or to throw him in the sea. And Hannah wanted to decide, she wanted to take the decision quickly, and then she said, what are we going to do with him? Are we going to put him back into the sea? If I am able to, are you? Sado asked. Sado said, okay, if I am able to, will you also help me? Will you also help me? Help me in what? Picking up the man and throwing him. No, Hannah said. But if you can do it alone. She said, you do it alone. I'm not going to touch this man. You do it alone. You pick him up and throw him into the sea. Sado hesitated again. Now there was a kind of hesitation. He was not able to decide. He did not want to do that. And the strange thing is, he said, that if the man were whole, whole means fit, completely all right, I would turn him over to the police without difficulty. He made his point clear. He wanted to say something to Hannah, that if the man would have been okay, if there was no wound over there, I would have easily given him over to the police without any problem, without any difficulty. I cared nothing of him. He is nothing to me. He is just an enemy. Why should I care for him? He is my enemy, and all Americans are my enemy. And he is only a common fellow. You see how foolish his face is. But since he is wounded, but the only thing of concern for me is that man is wounded. Is that clear? And so this is actually a matter of concern for me. So he was thinking twice before deciding anything. You also cannot throw him back to the sea, Hannah said. And Hannah said, okay, you don't want to throw him. You cannot throw him back to the sea. Then there is only one thing to do. The other option is only that we can do is we must carry him into the house. Let us take him to the house. See, they thought so much of things before deciding to take him to the house. But the servants? Sado inquired. Sado said, what about servants? Because servants are there, and what will be their reaction? What will be their reaction? Is that clear? Is that clear up till here?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
clear? All of you? So we stop here for today. Okay.